This is the Food Scientist Podcast.
Is it?
It is.
It is.
And I am your host, Amy Zajac, and I'm here with Danny Sussman.
Hey, everybody.
And Brian Pierce.
Hello, everyone.
And we often start with what happened with food in the week, but we're going to start with some confessions, which may have happened this week.
Yes. I know, we all just clear the air a little bit, I think.
I feel like this whole episode is going to end up being like one giant confession.
I do have to say, Danny, preparing for this episode, it was so nice to see you filled with dread instead of me for a change.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever spent so long preparing for an episode.
Legitimately, it was close to an hour and a half.
It's
Yes.
absolutely crazy. And it's all sugar, so...
Yeah.
If you
That's not much new.
That's not different.
But it was like more intense sugar.
It was, and we've all just been fidgety and can't focus. So this might be an interesting episode.
So speaking of focus, confess.
Oh, yeah.
Confess,
Oh, yeah.
Brian. You
I
need
was
to
going to
confess.
apologize
Okay.
in advance for just clunking my head down on a microphone.
Okay, so I have a couple of things that I need to get out into the open and just confess to everyone. The first one is I went to Dairy Queen. That's not shocking. That's
But he didn't tell us.
You'd be shocked if I didn't go. But I use the Dairy Queen app, which if you don't have the app yet, make sure you download that app.
Are they secretly paying you?
They need to be.
I was going to say, because
They
this
really
is
need
like...
to be.
I don't know, probably the fourth episode in a row and you've plugged the app.
They update their coupons, or as I call them, D coupons. But they are so good. It does make me keep going. I mean, honestly, don't you shake your head.
I'm just
at me,
a
Amy.
D coupon is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I thought, well, I call them coupons, not coupons.
Someone else mentioned that to me. He's like, it's a coupon, not a coupon. I'm like, but now it's a D coupon. That's what it is.
That's fine. So what did you? Why is this a confession?
All right. So I used my D coupon for the BOGO, the buy one get one free Blizzard, any size. Great deal, right?
Sure.
Wonderful. Once you use it, it goes away.
Well,
Which,
yeah.
it said good through this date, but once you use it, it goes away. That's fine.
Are you going to confess to fraud?
Not me personally.
Okay, but yeah.
But when I went with someone so that he could use his D coupon, and I'm not going to say his name, he's a listener, but he used it, and they didn't quite know how to ring it up. So they not only gave us buy one, get one free, but it was also half price. So,
this is your confession?
This
yes.
is nothing.
So we stole from Dairy Queen.
Not really. They did it.
They did do it. So I gave him a look. I was like,
I thought he was going to say he got buy one, get one, and I couldn't eat them.
Oh,
Right.
no.
I was expecting you had a Blizzard that was nothing but fruit.
Or he just gave it away and didn't eat any.
No,
Or he
on.
he got minis.
No,
Or
no,
he
I
ate a
said,
salad.
This is a confession, not an admission of the feverish happenings.
He went to Dairy Queen and didn't get ice cream. That would have been a confession.
He got the breadsticks.
They do have those for their happy hour. Are they pretzel sticks?
Yeah,
the big
something
pretzel
like
sticks.
that.
So maybe sometime those would be good dipped in ice cream, actually.
Maybe.
Anyway, so I did. I aided and abetted in ripping Dairy Queen out of $2. So Dairy Queen, if you have PayPal or Venmo, I'll happily go ahead and send that to you if you want.
Brian, you're the same.
I don't want to confess to anything now.
Okay.
That's not a
I have
confession.
another one.
Wait, well, I was going to say, before we do the turn, like ripping off Dairy Queen, you're the one that's advocated shopping for the Dairy Queens that don't charge you for extra stuff.
Well, I mean, some people just don't. But yeah, okay. So maybe I owe Dairy Queen more than $2. But also, Danny, I'm so sorry. I bought a lemon bar this week.
Oh,
Whoa,
now that's a confession.
That's what I really wanted to confess.
Oh, thank God.
Did you eat it?
No.
Oh.
It was nice. I went to one of the local places that has buy one, get one free bars, and someone said, oh, I really like lemon bars. And I was like, I'm going to be nice. And I bought someone a lemon bar.
But it was buy one, get one free.
It was. So
technically that could have been the free one.
Oh, it definitely was the free one. Yeah, I didn't, I ate the one that I bought, but this was the take-along one that
These are the worst confessions
Yeah, this
ever.
still is not that.
No, I didn't eat the lemon bar.
You got a lemon bar for somebody else.
Yes, I still bought a lemon bar.
You should have at least tasted it.
I took one from there.
Technically, it was free. I mean, you could have gotten...
But I could have gotten another one and had
a
2
blondie
bars.
or
2 dessert bars.
7-layer bar or something with coconut.
Yeah.
These aren't real confessions.
All right, well, hit me with yours then, because I know that you both had things.
I had mine... This is going to come as a real surprise. Mine also involves Dairy Queen.
Wait, is it about how you can download the app and get free coupons?
No.
And then get 2 blizzards for the price of half of
No.
one?
No. Where I work, as like it's summertime celebration on Thursday, they brought in Dairy Queen. And so we had like the full array of pre-prepared frozen treats. There was Buster bars, Starkiss bars, every flavor of Dilly bar. While I was, picking mine, someone was looking at the Starkiss bar and he's like, I think this one's the healthiest. And I'm like, I went for the Buster bar because it's the least healthy.
But it has peanuts in it. It's protein. The ice cream is dairy.
I'm just saying.
Chocolate is antioxidants.
Peanuts with ice cream? I thought you hated that combination because they get too hard.
No, Amy.
No.
Amy.
The M&Ms, when they, like, the texture changes and, like, that's not good. But I like peanuts and peanut butter.
You said you would not do the peanut butter parfait made into a blizzard, but I should do it because I like nuts with ice cream.
Yeah, it would. Given my choices here of peanut butter parfait, all of the Dilly bars, not the handmade ones, the machine-made ones, and Starkiss bars, the peanut butter parfait is the right choice.
So where's the confession?
So that's part one. That's just the setup. So that was on Thursday. Well, I was waiting to be judged for my choices, but
No, I'm not.
I'm taking the silence as acceptance. Amy's.
I mean, you did inform us you had choices, and you didn't take my advice. Why choose?
Well, that's where the confession's coming up.
Okay.
So that was on Thursday, but they bought a lot of ice cream, and so Friday it was all still in the freezers, and I don't know, like after lunch I went and I had another peanut butter parfait. And then it was like, I don't know.
Buster bar.
Buster bar?
Yeah, whatever. The Buster bar. I've had a lot of sugar this morning. I had the Buster bar. And then like, you get like the 2Zs, 3Zs, you're looking for a snack. And I'm like, oh, there's more Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well, I should make a healthy choice here. So I had the mint chocolate Dilly bar.
Because that's the healthy choice.
No, mint is very, it's a plant. It's like salad.
Actually, I picked that one because I figured it was the Dilly bar I was least likely to ever see again.
Sure.
Because the other ones, like, they can hand make in a store.
Mint. You're not going to choose to pick mint.
I enjoy mint and chocolate.
Really?
But, like, if I was going to get a Dilly bar at a Dairy Queen, I'd get one that they make and dip there.
Yeah, right.
So there's that. So that was my second serving of ice cream. And then last night after dinner, have you been to MN Nice Ice Cream?
No, I have not.
I've heard about it, though. I've been wanting to go.
Everyone should look at their...
Why aren't they MN Nice Cream?
It's like RM Nice Cream.
Oh, okay.
It all goes together.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like MN Ice Cream, so it's like MN
got it.
Nice. It's Minnesota Nice. It's all these things. Their whole thing is that their ice cream is like made for Instagram. It comes with edible glitter on it.
Oh, yeah.
So I then had the Cookie Monster cone as my third enormous serving of ice cream. I had ice cream 3 times yesterday, Brian.
Yesterday, in one day. Okay, I thought in the week you were confessing to having...
No. Oh, no. I had the peanut butter bar on Thursday, another one Friday at lunch, the Dilly bar later on Friday.
I'm still just not surprised.
And that giant cone. That's a lot of ice cream.
It's a lot. I don't think that's a confession.
I was expecting stuff along George Costanza eating something out of the trash or...
Well, I'm a classy gentleman. I wouldn't eat from the trash.
But I'm expecting confessions of that type.
Wait. So you're saying that if you saw someone buy a whole bunch of Dilly bars, boxes, and there were too many, and they just threw them out, you wouldn't rescue them from the trash?
How deep into the can did
they
go?
Right on top.
Right on top. And they're packaged.
I know I would, and I know you would.
Or they took a box of donuts after somebody ate 2, so there's still 10, and they're fresh, and and put the box in the trash.
Yeah, first I would eat those 2, but first I would have words for that person. Why are you throwing good donuts away?
Is this a stranger on the street or somebody I know?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters.
You're in the same.
Let's stay with the Dilly bars because they're in boxes.
So they're in sealed packaging.
Yeah, and someone just threw them out.
Doesn't matter where.
Why would somebody throw out
exactly?
Good
well, why would someone throw out donuts?
I don't deal in hypotheticals.
Because there were too many, and they were like, no one's going to eat them.
That's a hypothetical. It's not going to happen. There's no such thing.
But you would, in that scenario, you would.
Too many dilly bars can't happen.
How about you see me
Hi, Amy.
take a Snickers bar and not be able to finish it, remember? And then instead of, I'm like, oh, nobody here wants this, just putting the rest in the trash in its wrapper right on top.
Is it a regular Snickers bar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
King size.
Yeah, who can finish that?
I don't want that. I'm not eating I'm not rescuing your part-eaten Snickers bar. That's
There'd be like 2/3 of it left.
It doesn't matter.
I would have words for you, and be like, why did you throw this out? And I find out, then I would rescue it. Okay, Amy,
I would not eat out of the trash.
If we don't, I would under the right circumstance. Amy, you eat packing peanuts, so you can't talk.
You didn't complain. You've had things worse.
I have had worse things than last week's packing peanuts. All right, Amy, so you don't like our confessions.
No.
Yeah, so what do you have to confess? What have you done?
I have ordered pizza just so I could have Pop delivered. Being lazy or tired and not wanting to go to the store. And you just...
When? Like this week?
Not this week, no.
Oh, our confessions were from yesterday.
Yeah, but they're not confessions. Yours is, I ate a lot of ice cream, and Brian's like, I used a coupon, and the guy didn't know how to ring it up and purposely gave it to me cheaper.
Well, he didn't purposely. It was an accident.
Well, he was right there. He knew it happened.
Okay, that is kind of like, because you live, it's not like you're in the middle of Nowheresville.
I'm embarrassed by how much ice cream I ate. I shouldn't have done that. It's not good for me.
I mean, do you really think that I'm going to be like, oh, that's too much ice cream?
No, but you know what?
Of course not.
I might have relatives that listen. They're going to be like, kid, you're going to be diabetic.
Oh, there are people who are ashamed of all of us who don't know us.
Do you remember
certain.
A couple of summers ago, we had a weekly Blizzard challenge on Facebook. My mother called me concerned about my health. And she's like, you're eating too many Blizzards.
Yeah, one a week there, look out.
Right. And I was getting smalls and minis. If she finds out how much ice cream I had yesterday, I'm in trouble.
It's not like you took a gallon of ice cream and a spoon and just ate it until it was gone.
Well, that's Halo Top's business.
I heard.
Well, they don't serve in whole gallons. You get
they
little
like the pints, but they. Yeah.
Is that really ice cream?
We do.
No.
I heard we have. I think it's someone who listens who does that. Who will eat a gallon at a time.
Well,
and I'm not going to call anyone out. We'll see if they're listening and they can confess if that is them.
I can send my mom their number if they would.
Okay, yeah. You know what? We will do that. We'll have your mom get on them for their health. But anyway, we've cleared the air now. We can move on with the episode.
We
so,
can
Amy, what do we
start with our sugar rush. Last week we mentioned something called cereal milk.
Yes, that was in the BuzzFeed article that I mentioned, and I happened to see that. So I was like, oh, I should grab that.
There's 3 kinds.
Mm-hmm. There is Frosted Flake.
I will say that this is the original cereal milk powdered drink mixers with 2 X's.
And trademarked.
Yeah.
So there's peanut butter cup, Frosted Flake, and cinnamon crunch.
Yeah, so what they are trying to do, this is just a little powder that you put into milk, and it's supposed to taste like after you finish a bowl of cereal, what that milk tastes like.
They have a lot of small print and changing fonts in their packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So it says cereal milk in big letters, and then smaller ones make it actually the original cereal milk powder drink mixers with 2 X's. And you said it tastes like cereal, but actually if you read it...
That's what their packaging says.
No, but if you read the small print, it actually says, tastes like your favorite cereal. Your favorite is in small letters, so that you see it. They have that clarifier hidden in there. So it actually tastes like your favorite cereal.
I think it's funny that these are sold on shelves, like it's just right in the middle of a shelf, and it says milk not included. I would hope not.
Well, there's shelf-stable milk.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the world drinks shelf-stable milk. Just us Americans don't like ultra-pasteurized.
Yeah, so it does say 7 essential vitamins and minerals, natural flavors.
Yeah, and I'll let you continue on. I just wanted to point out.
No, go ahead.
Like cereal.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about? Yeah. So, what did you think, Brian?
Shall we go flavor by flavor?
I don't know if I have a lot of different opinions. It's a neat idea, but there's always that thing of you're done with the bowl of cereal. I know not everyone does this, but I drink the milk, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that
do you
that tastes.
Drink it or do you slurp it? Like, does it have that sound?
Yeah,
by the end it has that slurp sound, I'm sure.
I'm good with my
milk.
Don't
slurp, Brian.
I'm good with my milk to cereal ratio. I usually don't have tons of milk left over.
Okay, I really like making the cereal soggy. It depends on the cereal. But if it's a harder cereal, you definitely want more milk. And it just reminded me as I was drinking this just tastes like milk that has been sitting in a bowl for a long time. And that flavor, it wasn't like, yum, let me just pour me another glass of this right now.
It did taste like, you said, the cereal, or the milk left over from cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you drink milk, Brian?
Mm-hmm, I do.
No.
Do you drink milk, Amy?
No.
I mean, not a lot, but I will.
I don't. Like a glass of milk is, I don't think I ever really get that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this is partially my heritage and my upbringing, but when I see people drink milk with dinner, like especially like a steak dinner or something, which I have seen, it creeps me out. Like, oh my God, how can you, like, people who drink milk with their dinner, I would love to understand how you can do that.
For me,
I'm judging.
I'm going to mostly drink water more than anything else, but with some cookies or cake or something, I do enjoy a glass of milk.
With cookies, it could be good, especially if they're fresh out of the oven. Before we move on, because that was going to make me move on, the Frosted Flake one, when I first tasted that, I was like, it just tastes like sweet milk. I'm like, hello. Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that, Amy.
There's a reason for that. Brian and I were discussing this when you were you were doing something else. I was studying the packaging on this as we saw at the front label. I'm going to read you the ingredients for the Frosted Flake cereal milk. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ingredient 1, sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not surprising.
And then it says, contains 2% or less of carrageenan, salt, natural flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That's
about right.
And that's it.
Done.
Yep.
Done.
So
That's
it's sugar and natural flavor.
There are vitamins and minerals added also, but yes, it's sugar. If it's 2% or less of the others, let's say it was 2% each of those three, that still makes it 94% sugar.
Yes. And the others start with sugar, but then they have a couple other ingredients before it gets to the 2% or less.
And I will say, when I was looking at the nutrition, I thought, well, is the milk, is that what makes it have any nutritional value? It does have a little bit of different vitamins and whatnot. And it gives you both the ingredient, or the nutrition, both with and without milk.
I was surprised. I like the peanut butter cup the least.
Yeah, that one, and I'm sure you stirred it well, but it was very chunky.
It was. I even had a little mini whisk I was stirring with.
Yeah, you stirred it twice, I think.
With the whisk, with the spoon, and it just wouldn't... There are pictures, folks, where you can see the things glopping on the side, so that will come this week.
So they list their website, which is, cerealmilkmixers.com. That's 2 X's, again, because that's their trademark, cerealmilkmixers.com.
And 3 X's would have been...
don't try 3.
Something altogether different.
Cereal milk mixers with 3 X's.
So what was funny is it shows you that these are the 3 different kinds you can get. And then it says where to buy them. So I said, oh, well, yeah, I know where I got them, but let me just see how common it is so I can mention that in case people do want to run out and buy them. It gave me the addresses of every place you could buy them, all of them, and they didn't say this, but they're all Walmarts. So it's like they don't tell you this is a Walmart you're going to. I don't know if that's intentional or not, or if it's a Walmart exclusive that I just missed somewhere.
Right.
But I did get these at Walmart.
Did the Walmart you go to smell like weed like mine does?
It didn't until I got to the chip aisle, then it smelled like Munchie Time. Yeah.
But thankfully, we have no chips this week. We're going to move on to something that is good dunked in normal milk.
What?
Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
Danny had the order wrong, I think.
Well, I didn't really give my opinion on these, which is
go ahead.
I don't drink milk. I don't really like flavored milk. I don't get the point of this. I can't imagine anyone sitting down and drinking 8 ounces
I would just want cereal.
Yeah. Now, did you ever have, like, the Nesquik or the strawberry milk powder that you...
never had it. When I had chocolate milk, we used Hershey syrup.
Okay, yeah. Because this is just like any of those powdered things, like chocolate milk or strawberry milk. Yeah.
I never had those. I don't see the appeal. And if I did see the appeal, what I would do is sometimes I'm kind of surprised, but actually relieved that we didn't do, which is I would be tempted to just have a spoonful of it.
Well, Yes, there's that. But
Brian's eyes just lit up like, why didn't I have a spoonful?
My other
of the cereal milk
thought,
powder?
you could do that now. My other thought was when you brought up the Nestle, the
Yeah.
Nesquik, because in my house we had Nesquik and we had Hershey syrup.
And Amy, this is your show and my show now because Brian's off to find a spoon to
But-
eat a spoonful of this stuff.
I used to love putting Nesquik on ice cream. Like
The
vanilla
powder?
ice cream, put the powder on it.
Oh.
It was yummy, and I wonder if this would be better on ice cream.
Ooh,
I was thinking
Then it
that,
wouldn't
did the
taste like old
textures
milk.
not?
I was thinking maybe in like a milkshake or
Yeah.
like a boozy shake. No, I'm not eating a spoonful of it. This is your bad idea.
Danny, we already said this is your week full of dread. So
No,
let's just
I'm not.
go
I'm
all
not
out.
Just
having
stick
a
your tongue
spoonful
in
of
the
that.
powder.
No.
Yeah.
No, if you had Fun Dip, maybe. Plus,
Imagine it's Fun Dip.
is there even 2 spoons? Am I going to share a spoon with you too?
You can have the first spoonful.
No, I don't want it.
I'll drink right from the
A
jug.
spoonful of sugar.
I am
helps
not
the
doing
medicine
it.
go
Which
down.
one is it?
And this is mostly sugar.
This is the peanut butter cup one.
Oh, no. I'll do if I have to do one,
And you do.
pour that back in. I'll do the cinnamon one.
Okay.
Oh.
Amy, you can be the choo-choo that's going to his mouth.
Yes.
Remember when we started this podcast, we said we wouldn't sample stuff?
I'm probably going to be nicer than you, Brian, and not have as much.
But then people said, hey, we want you to try things on air. So, you know what? We're giving some of the people what they want.
How much of this do I have to have?
The whole thing. Remember, it's like the cinnamon challenge. Remember that? Just
I
imagine you
didn't
doing the
do that
cinnamon
either.
challenge.
I didn't do
Well,
the cinnamon
now
challenge.
you'll get a feel for what that's like.
I got it close to my mouth. And I couldn't.
It's cinnamon powder.
That's almost my coffee face.
Amy is getting pictures of this, so look for
I'll be
us on
back.
social media.
That was almost my coffee face.
That was definitely your coffee.
Yeah.
That was your C face right there. That was. It
You
can't
guys,
have been
you
that
can't
bad.
spit out powder.
No, you can't. That's why the cinnamon challenge was so dangerous. And they said don't do it because you can choke. You didn't know that?
I'm trying to drink water to get rid of it.
That's why you got up to try and spit it out.
You're going to make me cry.
Now you know how I feel when I eat coffee flavored
Or
things.
how I feel when you bring everything else.
What did I ever do to you people?
Peeps. Oh, meat, top ramen chicken flavor Pringles.
Those chips that taste like grilled corn, but not good grilled
Fish
corn.
chips.
I do want to point out that Amy was sharing with us listener data, and like our listens are skyrocketing. We are building an audience. People love us, and it's because
they love to watch
torture
us
you.
suffer.
Yeah.
They do. They do like to
So
watch us suffer.
Now
we know how to make Danny
Yes,
suffer.
exactly. So now it's going to go up even more because we're all suffering.
As our listenership goes up, we will set goals that.
Do you know what the worst part of this is? Amy had already segued into the Oreos,
And you pulled us
and
back.
I pulled us back.
And I'm glad you did.
Wait, I'll be fair. I'm not going to have nearly as big of a reaction, but I'll take some of the peanut butter cup.
Oh, that's less than I had.
Brian, you need a full spoonful.
All
There
right,
you go.
There we go. Mmm.
Oh, no, see, that's why you're like, I got to... Brian's
Powder
going
dripped
through what I
off of
am.
his lips back into the container, guys. But I didn't take a picture because he withheld his true reaction.
No, it's not bad, but you cannot even open your mouth when you have that.
No! That's why I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Get it out,
Like,
and I'm trapped.
I knew I wouldn't be able to like spit it out because it's stuck in there. It's like cement. But yeah,
Now do you understand? Like, what went through? I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Like, and I'm looking, and we're in the studio, and so I'm like, where do I have that? I can just, like,
yeah.
basically spray powder everywhere.
You know, it's like those dreams you have when you're congested and you can't breathe, and you're dreaming that you can't breathe, and you wake up and you're like, oh, that's kind of what it's like when you can't open your mouth and you can't get rid of this powder. But I liked it better in pure format than in the milk, the peanut butter cup at least.
I would agree with that.
So it might be good on ice cream.
Yeah, it's because I don't know why I like Nestle Quick stuff on ice cream better than in milk, but I did. There's just a difference.
I'm going to be tasting cinnamon sugar the rest of the day.
You're welcome. I might even try it in water at some point too, just to see.
Well, if you want to.
I will say, if you unfortunately find yourself drinking mouthful, chugging water does dilute it pretty quickly and effectively.
Not as fast as you would think, though. I needed like 3 sips
When
of
you're
water.
drinking out of a glass, I have a bottle.
Yeah. See,
That
And
makes
I
a big difference.
I did, because I basically tipped the bottle upside down into my mouth and poured water straight into my mouth. And with a cup, that's harder because it ends up all over your face.
Can we talk about Oreos now?
Yeah, I think we
please.
warned you all that this might be a different episode.
Yeah.
So we have 2 types of cookies and cream, and by types, I mean they're from different places. And Danny,
Yeah.
why don't you describe that? Because you brought them.
Yeah, so they're cookies and cream Oreos, which we've talked about before on this podcast, but in my travels.
CREAM, I just want to point out.
Yes.
Which is interesting because the Oreos actually have CREME in them. And the other one, the package is in Spanish. Oh, no, but it's CREAM.
Yeah, and just in case anyone has not heard us say this before, the Oreos that we buy in the United States say CREME because they have no cream in them, no dairy, so that makes me think these do.
Makes me think that these are not subject to the regulations
Oh, that
in
could
the
be.
United States.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect it's more likely that they don't have to follow that rule than that they have dairy in them.
So did we say where they were from yet?
So we have some that came from Mexico and others that I picked up in St. Martin, but were actually made in Peru. But we got them one because I was curious if there was any difference, and we could talk about that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference
It is
visually.
interesting, yeah, that, well, first of all, that you can buy cookies and cream Oreos in other countries.
Because you
Not
can't
here.
in the United States.
And also that they are different. You would think the distributor would be the same internationally, but they are not, because they tasted the same. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I mean,
They
they're-
tasted pretty much the same.
I mean, they're what you would expect if you're making cookies in 2 different factories on different equipment. Probably not all, not many people are taking the Mexican and the Peruvian Oreos and putting them side by
there,
side.
but we will do that.
But one
for
of them
science.
is darker than the other.
Yeah, the cookie was a little thicker.
Yeah, and the one from, am I right here, Mexico, had more cream?
A little bit. I mean, if you weren't a food scientist like we
You
are,
wouldn't notice.
You wouldn't notice, yeah.
Right, but when you have them side by side, there's a definite there's a definite difference. A lot of sugar here, folks, sorry.
Yeah, and now I started with the caffeine, so.
I will say, though, the other thing that's really interesting about both of them is they're packaged differently than you would get them in the U.S. The
Yes.
Mexican ones were in a box. The Peruvian ones were in a package that looks very much like the bag o Oreos you would get here in the U.S. I need a better word for this, but in fondling the package, like you could feel that there was something different going on inside. I didn't have the structural support.
Yeah, and when you asked me to fondle it, we just both thought that it didn't have the sleeves or anything. It was just cookies in a bag.
But it's not. It's 4 packs of these Oreos.
Yeah, they're
In the
individual
packaging,
snack
yeah.
packs into the bigger.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger package has individual snack packs. And I think
Portion controlled.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I like this because it would slow down my Oreo consumption.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
But you see, I have a problem. I will have like so much ice cream in one day unless someone stops me.
So you eat the whole thing of Oreos in one day?
If you leave it out on the counter, yes.
What if they were the mega stuff?
Ooh.
So much cream.
I'm not going to sit down and eat them in a sitting. What's going to happen is every time I walk by, I'm going to see them and I'm going to eat one. And there's really not that many in the mega stuff. Like,
You said you don't really drink milk, so I take it you don't dunk Oreos in milk.
no, not
Okay.
really.
That's how I do it, and that way you can do like 3 or 4 at a time. Yeah, that's where I come into problems.
So,
Do you like the Oreo to get good and soggy? Do you leave it in the milk a while?
I
mean, not like a long time.
2 seconds. Long enough where you can still take it out and not have it fall
so
Right.
just
back
like
into the milk.
walk around with milk for your like mindless eating of Oreos?
If I know I'm going to buy them, or if I am buying cereal, because I don't always have cereal around, I will make
Did
sure
you
I
ever
have
dunk
milk.
them in chocolate milk?
I haven't.
Would you dunk them in cereal milk?
I would, but I don't feel like that.
The peanut butter cereal milk?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to enhance it that much,
No.
though.
So, here's the question that's been bugging me.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we get cookies and cream Oreos in the U.S.? When I think of the Oreo lineup as it is today, cookies and cream is better than quite a few of them. And I'm not even talking
Yep.
the limited editions. I'm looking at cinnamon roll. I'm looking at peanut butter.
Sure. The new one.
I'm looking at even
Red
the
Velvet.
Red Velvet's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
Pina colada.
No, Pina Colada's limited edition.
I know.
The permanent residence. Mint at least is a little bit different. There's a lemon that's been out there.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, this fits in.
Yeah, the closest we had was when they had the cookies and cream Blizzard Oreos.
And that was amazing.
Yeah, so... And these do taste a lot like that. You could easily say the same thing. It tastes,
Right.
it has a ice creamish type flavor.
Plus, these are so meta. Because it's Oreos
Exactly.
with Oreos in
Yep.
them.
So if you can find these anywhere, we didn't check Amazon. Maybe you can find them on Amazon someplace. I would recommend picking these up because they are good.
But I also think we should start a letter writing campaign.
Yeah.
I want these in the U.S.
We definitely should. I support that. I don't want the portion control. Don't tell me what to do. But yeah, let's
you
get them
could
here.
still open up the little bags, but this should at least be an option for me. Yeah, I know. Your life is so hard.
Oh.
What with being undercharged for your blizzards and
buying lemon bars.
So on to the next sugary thing we did, and I'm gonna go through a bit of an explanation here, folks. So hang on, scientists. First, a friend had a post that was inspired by a Family Guy buttering Pop Tarts song. Sorry, I got that a little backwards, but and that brought us to a conclusion. Well, we've been wanting to try some of the new Pop Tarts, so let's try them buttered. So we did room temperature plain, room temperature buttered. We did toasted plain, toasted buttered, and we tasted
I think raw.
7 different kinds, like several of them new though.
Yeah.
Newish.
I will say
none of them
this
are new.
too. I told Brian and Amy that I am a Pop-Tart hater, and to get flavors to try to
we
convince
both did pick one that we thought would be the champion that maybe would sway you a little bit. So,
and I went and found the ones that I thought would...
yeah, you showed up with the Jolly Rancher watermelon. You're like, I don't like Pop-Tarts, so this is why.
Whatever I thought would be the worst one. I found a coffee-flavored one for Amy.
Yep.
It did.
So the ones we tried were s'mores, cookies and cream, chocolate vanilla cream, strawberry milkshake, the aforementioned Jolly Rancher watermelon, Dunkin' Donut vanilla latte. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. And we read off note cards sometimes. And brown sugar and cinnamon. Guess which is the one Brian and I thought would be the good one? Well, I still think it is. But anyway.
Well, you like
the I was waiting for the audience to answer
that.
Yeah. Like they're not hearing me.
No. So just play along. And we'll go through. Like I said, we tried them all 4 different ways.
I did not butter all of them.
Raw
buttered,
toasted buttered.
Yeah, though. Yeah, we didn't butter all of them because some of them were horrible.
We knew if we wouldn't like them, that butter wouldn't help. So some of them could not be saved.
I also want to say that this was just because have you ever been part of a butter tasting?
You just want me to say yes? I ate a stick of butter that one.
That was not his food confession. That was a stick of butter, guy.
No, actually, it wasn't. No.
Other than that, no, I haven't.
Okay.
You've been in a butter tasting?
Yeah, we like the difference between American butter and like European butter.
Oh yeah. There are differences.
Butters,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, for our butter tastings here, I just used plain unsalted stick butter.
This was like supermarket unsalted butter.
Well, I think it was organic, but unsalted butter.
But it was still supermarket organic. It was. If you're like, well, what butter did they use?
Yeah,
that's what we used.
It wouldn't have been my choice, but it did its purpose.
What would your butter choice be?
Oh, just like salted, like regular, like Land O'Lakes.
You do salted butter?
Yeah, I would. I would do either, actually.
I have some salted butter, but I usually have unsalted because I bake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like unsalted butter, and then I salt myself so that I can control the salt level.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Anyway, we're diverging off of Pop Tarts.
Sorry, but I think it was important.
Yeah.
And I also wanted,
knowing what kind of butter.
I also wanted to show off that I've had like a butter tasting because I knew Brian was like butter's butter, isn't it?
Oh no, I know that.
No. Okay.
We could talk about that some other time. But
we'll do a butter episode.
Well, a couple things to point out before we get into everything. Danny had noticed on the packaging, the cookies and the cream and the chocolate vanilla cream have a picture of the same Pop-Tart and just the little picture that goes in front of it of cookies or vanilla.
They changed the colors.
Yeah.
They literally use the same stock photo of a Pop Tart or illustration of a Pop Tart and tweaked the colors.
They did. They Instagrammed it.
Yeah, it's like they took this one and they're like, oh, we'll just put this in the lightning
we'll
filter.
fade it. Yeah. Now I'm also going to point out both of these cream CREME, not CREAM.
Yeah.
So no dairy in that cream.
We're.
No,
I think we can all agree on the worst one.
Out of the two.
Oh no, not out of all 7.
I don't know. What do you think was the worst one?
Jolly Rancher.
Nope.
For me, that's a tough one because, I think for me it would have to be the chocolate vanilla cream.
Yeah, I would say either chocolate vanilla cream or cookies and cream.
Can you believe the coffee one was not my least favorite?
I know. I'm really shocked by that.
Yeah, it didn't taste. There wasn't that much coffee in it.
There was a little bit, but
Yeah.
the Jolly Rancher one for me tasted too much like a Jolly Rancher.
Yes.
And that's weird in a Pop-Tart. I'm just going to say that. It's
should
less weird in a Peep.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to have like a high-level Pop-Tart discussion.
Yes.
Because I don't like Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. So what is your impression of Pop-Tarts?
And my impression of Pop-Tarts didn't change.
Okay. All right.
So my beef with Pop-Tarts is like the crust is horrible. And after this, I've had like a range of crusts.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this, the more important the crust is to the flavor of the Pop-Tart, the worse the Pop-Tart is. Like the cookies and cream and chocolate vanilla cream really relied on the chocolate in the crust or the pastry, and that destroyed it because it's so terrible. And I was hoping like maybe butter would add some moisture. It didn't. I also can't imagine any of these being like, I want to start like individually. They're not bad, right? Like we cut them up into sixths so that we could try them.
Yeah.
Oh, quarters. Amy cut. She's also our food prep. Amy does everything on the show. We did take pictures
of how much work Amy was doing as we were not.
We were not. Like, I have a picture of Brian is literally like doing yoga while Amy is working hard getting ready for the podcast.
You gotta stay limber.
That's why the sugar affected him less. I don't know.
Yeah. So I couldn't imagine wanting to eat a whole one. So like a bite or two of any of them was fine.
Yeah.
Like the Jolly Rancher one, I could eat 2 bites of that and be like, oh, that's an interesting flavor. Huh. Like, but if you gave me 2 whole ones of those and were like, this is what I made you for breakfast, I would be like, go away from me and never come back.
Sticking with the high-level discussion of Pop-Tarts, I will say by and large, for me personally, toasting makes them better, but there were 2 here that it did not.
My thoughts are that toasting does not help them.
Yeah, toasting, I think toasting helped some of the bad ones, but it also ruined some of the good ones.
It did.
So you wanted to go through one by one, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to have a little more coherent thought. S'mores, this is my favorite. This is the one that I brought that I thought, well, if Danny's going to like any of them, the s'more has a chance. Because it does have the graham cracker. Oh, Amy's shaking her head no. She did not like it. It has the graham cracker pastry. I like them just raw.
These were the worst frosted of them all. The ones I took out, some of them only had like 2/3 frosted.
Yeah, and for me, it's not the frosting on any of them. Actually doesn't do much.
The graham crust being overly dry, the crust is what needs to save that mushy chocolate marshmallow mess inside.
I didn't hate it or anything. I would eat them. And this is one of the ones where toasting did not make it better for me.
Yeah, and I thought that toasting and buttering might, make it a better experience, and it really didn't.
No, toasting it made it into like a hotter, sloppier mess that the crust was even less capable of supporting.
No, yeah. When I get them, I just eat them as is. I don't toast them.
Yeah. Then we have cookies and cream. Well, I'd do the next 2 together. Cookies and cream and the chocolate vanilla cream.
Yeah, they are different colors.
Yeah, the chocolate vanilla cream looks more like milk chocolate.
Whatever, like, the color differences on the box is in the tarts, too.
Yeah. And I thought that these were going to be very similar, and they really were their own unique thing.
Yeah, they did taste different, yeah.
But neither of them tasted good.
My memory had a worse artificial chocolate flavor, so they were better than I remembered that they would be.
These, for me, were improved with toasting to make the inside a little gooier. It affected the flavor somehow.
Yeah, but I'm not going to complain about the chef because I didn't cook it, but some of these got a little over toasted, and over toasting that chocolate.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I will say
like
the
you're
cookies,
playing with fire when you put these things. Like,
almost literally, because one would come out.
I would say this too. Speaking of playing
that was
with
the good
fire,
one.
speaking of playing with fire, I would be remiss to warn people about toasting these, because if you do a Google search for Pop Tart toaster fire, you will find out that if you leave a Pop Tart in a toaster so that it can't pop up, so that it keeps cooking, you get a blazing inferno. They are extremely flammable.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
Disco Inferno.
And also,
Inferno.
while you might want to set some of them on fire, it doesn't make them taste any better.
Well, I thought the cookies and cream tasted very chocolatey, almost like a brownie. And toasting it really enhanced that to the point where it was almost too sweet.
Yeah, I do agree that it was chocolatey or richer tasting than the chocolate vanilla cream.
But yeah, I don't know. Chocolate just it must be difficult to capture.
So the strawberry milkshake.
We're gonna move on.
I didn't really see where the milkshake part came in.
It was strawberry.
It was
definitely.
strawberry.
It had sprinkles. That was something.
I think it was a lighter strawberry flavor than the normal strawberry Pop
Well,
Tart.
you know what it is? It's not strawberry jelly.
Yeah, there's a strawberry Pop-Tart though, right?
Yeah, there is.
And I feel like the pastry is different. And my problem with Pop-Tarts in general is the plain pastry is just way too bland.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's like just eating a poor pie crust.
We didn't have any unfrosted Pop-Tarts, did we?
No, we didn't, no.
Well, we had some that were by accident almost unfrosted.
No, and we didn't really have any of the traditional, just like straight up strawberry.
Right. The classic flavors.
Right.
But I agree on the pastries part, on those not being good. Not just the strawberry milkshake, the others.
Pastry is a weak link.
Then we had the Dunkin' Donut Vanilla Latte. Oh no, the Jolly Rancher. See, I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I
you
just
just wanted to skip it. Now, it tasted like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
It did.
I don't want a Pop-Tart to taste like watermelon Jolly Rancher, though.
You don't want that bland pastry, dry pastry around the watermelon Pop-Tart.
Of all of these
watermelon
made me
Jolly
that.
Rancher.
Of all of these, this made me the happiest.
Because it did taste like the candy.
It is what I thought it would be. Like, I don't know how it happened. I was eating it, like, having, like, that jelly inside, and it brought me back to, like, the plain old strawberry ones. And I'm like, this has the texture of a classic frosted strawberry Pop-Tart, but flavor like it's on acid.
Well, I was going to say, toasting did not make this better for me. It didn't make it worse. It just did not.
And I know you both disagreed, but I thought toasting it removed the flavor. I thought it tasted less like a Jolly Rancher.
I thought it tasted the same, just warm.
Yeah, I didn't think it made a big difference.
I even tried it with butter to see if that would help it. No.
I actually this was the one point where I'm like, oh, I wish I just had like a plain frosted strawberry to compare it to. Again, like if you brought this to me for breakfast, I would be like, what did I do to you? But it was interesting. As like having a bite of it, I would if I was gonna have one bite of a Pop-Tart, this made me feel more joy than like the cookies and cream or even the strawberry milkshake.
And I think that this is the newest one. It's still been out a year or more, probably, but I've never had these before. They weren't as bad as I thought. But still, I don't want a Pop-Tart to taste like
Do you want plain
candy.
pastry dough around
I also
Jolly
want to take
Rancher?
a minute.
No, I don't.
Without looking at it again, just give me your impression of the color.
It's so bright.
It is very bright.
It's super
like,
bright.
You could see it without opening the package.
I mean, I didn't know food dye could be that bright.
Right, like that's...
It's like a neon dye.
Yes.
Like, that's the other reason I like these, is I don't think, I have the problem with the crust.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Pop-Tarts taste like food. This one was not pretending. Like, the others really feel like
Says the man who eats things that aren't even food, i.e. packing peanuts.
I tried a packing peanut, and I said it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
So
I
you
brought
kept
it
eating more
here,
packing peanuts.
and you confirmed that it's not as bad as you thought it would be. I'm just saying, if you're going to have something that doesn't taste like food, go all in. This neither looks nor tastes like food.
It definitely did not come from nature.
No.
Not at all.
And now my second least favorite one, the Dunkin' Donut Vanilla Latte. The coffee flavor was not strong, but it's still there.
This one benefited the most from heat.
It did improve with heat.
Yes, and I don't know. I tried these when they came out 2-3 years ago, and I didn't like either one at all. I think the other one was a mocha.
Chocolate.
Maybe. Thanks, Amy. So maybe they changed the recipe a little bit. Maybe I'm just, having a harsher memory than needed. But
maybe we've beaten you down and you understand what bad really tastes like.
I think maybe that's part of it. I've had so many horrible things on here. But it was okay. I wouldn't want to buy these, but it was better than I remembered.
And then we ended with the brown sugar cinnamon.
And
when
Amy,
I
this
one
was
of the
your
classics.
champion
Yes.
that you tried to sway Danny's
This is my
opinion with.
favorite of any Pop-Tart I had.
I think it's my second favorite.
S'more's your favorite?
Yeah. Yep, I do like s'more.
All I can think of right now is the cinnamon sugar cereal milk.
Oh, do you want
This
another
is
spoonful?
better than that, Danny.
It's
We can eat another
just a lot of
spoonful.
sugar and a lot of
The
cinnamon.
brown sugar cinnamon is so much better than the cereal milk.
Sure.
Yes,
But I'm just
it
saying
is.
it's a lot of sugar.
Now, this is the one that I thought when it was toasted it was benefited by buttering it. I did like that better.
Yeah, overall, were any of them better? Well, aside from this one with butter?
I didn't think so.
No.
I
So
didn't
the
think so
Family Guy
either.
song kind of lied, I think.
I will say, because essentially a lot of them we had warm, so we just had a very thin layer. I
Right.
mean, maybe if you're supposed to frost it with butter.
Yeah, or
We
fry
did
it up
not-
in butter.
We did not do that.
No.
No.
If there's a way that butter really helps these, tell us, because we couldn't find it.
And, I mean, the ones that we had, they are pretty strong flavors.
That's true.
So maybe the ones that are just a fruit flavor, you can taste the butter more.
Right. I could see that if,
Yeah.
you had an unfrosted one, frost it with butter rather than with
Yeah.
frosting.
Especially when the pastry itself is so plain, the butter flavor would be enhanced.
And even though I had room temperature butter, I do think it was better on the toasted ones because then the butter could melt into the
Right.
dry pastry crust.
Mhm.
Dry, nasty pastry crust.
Yeah.
Not all of them are dry and nasty. In fact, some of them were actually softer than I thought they would be, the pastry itself.
Mhm. Well, so those are all the Pop-Tarts we had.
Yeah, so all this, that's why it took so long to get through
And-
the point where we actually recorded today.
And why we're just a mess.
We are really a mess today. Oh my goodness. So thanks so much for
It has
putting up
nothing to
with
do with
us.
alcohol consumption early in the week,
No.
right? No.
No.
By the way, last week I had the taste of packing peanuts in my mouth for all day.
Like the memory
But
of it, or the
they
actual
didn't taste like anything.
They tasted like packing peanuts. So
You just defended the packing peanuts, Brian.
Yeah, they tasted like nothingness. It was like I'm gonna make air chunky and put it in my mouth and chew. Okay.
Okay. I mean, anyway. So I wonder what is going to linger.
From this?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be lucky if I stand up and stay up.
I think it will depend on if we get you to do a spoonful of the powder.
Yeah, what's
afterwards.
gonna linger is probably Brian and I, because we're gonna go into sugar shock and pass out on the studio floor.
Mhm.
And on
We might.
that note, we'll talk to you next week, folks.
Have a great week,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.
Wanna win the lottery. I just wanna squat and gobble till I'm dizzy and I wobble in a Butterfruit and Joe's hot dream. So I put butter on a Pop-Tart. It was so friggin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.